Recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BearThought Podcast. This is a redo because last week I kind of messed up. No lie, I did the entire stream and I didn't know I was muted. My bad, my fault. So we're gonna do a little bit of a recap here. So bear with me. And the day, of course, is as we were supposed to have. My wife is gonna be joining me today. In the Bear Thoughts. Hello, honey. Um, so a little quick thing, real fast though. If you already hit that subscribe button or hit that like button, or if this is your first podcast, we stream this every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central American Time at Grumpy Bee Gaming here on YouTube. Be sure to come in and chat with us and let me know I'm muted during the stream. That would be appreciated, but not necessary. But for those who do watching, be sure to leave comments and some of your thoughts and your opinions about our conversations we had today. And be sure to tell your friends, hit that like button, go hit that subscribe button. We'll wait. Honey, how you doing this evening? How you feeling? You're looking pretty as ever.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we went out today. We walked to park a little bit. Didn't walk nearly as much as I did because I was mostly fighting my phone that you got for me for my birthday, which still thank you for, but it's 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 bad. It's not wanting to let me play Pokemon Go, and it's getting really annoying. So we walked the park, got around that for a little bit, just a little Pokemon hunting. She got a lot of Pokemon. I got a few. And I spent some stops and got her one Pokemon. Hopefully you got it in the gym. You should be, if you get like a little notification popping up and saying you got so many coins and your Pokemon has been knocked out, be sure to go revive them. And then we go drop them off sometime later again. And so yes, this conversation is going to be going about what pretty much happened to me and my wife during my little break for my birthday a week ago. Well, technically 2 weeks ago, right?
No, it just happened last week.
Was it really last week? Because I feel like I started just last
Today's the
week.
26th.
Yeah, but
Your birthday was just last week.
okay, 6 days. Well, it was the week leading up to my birthday, honey.
Was it?
Yeah, it's all the stuff that leading up to my birthday because I started streaming again on my birthday.
I don't know. It was just a conundrum.
It was just a conundrum. Okay, so let's see. This is the problem when we're doing this stuff. I don't remember everything we talked about, and I don't want to get to the main juicy conversation until to the end. I know something happened prior to that major incident. I just don't remember what it was. Do you?
Well, we talked about how one of the nurses that I work with is very decor central and has to have everything in her living room matching color wise, and even got a beta fish to match the color
Well,
scheme.
don't jump to the conclusion of it. Okay, let's work up to it. Okay,
It's
so
not much of a story.
well, it's not very much a story. It's just how people like that think and why were they thinking that way and how we even got up to that conversation. That brings up to a story because like we were in the car and we are coming from Walmart getting something, and the conversation of people. Okay, let's talk about Nintendo Switch and her friend.
Oh yeah.
Just got a new Nintendo Switch, and she got the controllers, which was the red and blue one, right? Red and blue one.
Yes, I still need to ask her if I can have those once she gets new ones.
And I asked, like, hey, if she doesn't want them anymore, give them to us because those things suck. Because, like I said, like the the controllers feel nice because you can shake them and it feels like an ice cube, according to what they were showing off in the little commercials for the Nintendo Switch was first coming out. It's supposed to be like be able to feel an ice cube bounce around the cup in your hand, which was a controller. The problem is the controller is so small and so thin that the joystick of it, the rotor and engine behind it just doesn't last for long, and after a while it starts drifting because it's just not very good. People even sue Nintendo because of the poor quality of them. And of course, they also have a little. Me and my wife tried to do this. Tried to return the controllers to Nintendo. And why did we not do it again? Like some kind of like we returned it to them.
No. I don't know. That's been a while, so I don't remember.
I think we're like if we sent it to them, like they would make us like charge us a fee for something. or another, even though like they already put a warranty or guarantee on them. If they break on you, they would fix them for free. I don't know. It's on Nintendo's website. If you ever have a controller, Wii controller break on you, the little thin ones that's so small you the death grip them. Go to their website and you can find out the reason why we didn't do it. There was something on there that we didn't do it for. But anyway, so she had the red and white ones. And what was her problems with these red and white ones again?
They're red and blue.
Red and blue. Sorry.
They were not matching her living room
So
color scheme.
what was her color scheme?
I think it's like teal and black.
Teal and black. Wow, that's a kind of reminds me of like a vampire Victorian kind of look. No, like this just very dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is she emo?
No.
Okay, kind of just asking this. So, what color was she gonna get the Nintendo Switch controllers turned to?
I don't know. She didn't say. She was thinking like maybe gray because gray kind of goes with the teal and black.
Would not just black just work?
She might get gray and black. I don't know. She says she hasn't decided yet. She just knows that she hates colors.
Well, I don't understand why she just couldn't get like the decal skins. Then again, you would probably still see the maybe. I don't really know for sure, but you probably still see the blue and red behind it. But I still think a decal skin would probably just like if that's really that much of a pain in the ass, why not just cover them up? But
I don't know. She's a little extra times.
okay, what color was her bedroom again?
Her bedroom is black.
All black.
All black. She said it's like a dungeon in there.
What about the carpet? Does the carpet match the drapes?
I'm not sure what color the carpet is. She lives in an apartment, so
I would imagine she probably couldn't change the color of the carpet like that. That'd be like one thing she like. Oh yeah, the ceiling, the walls, the drapes, the bed, all black. But it's like, so you look down, like it'd be like some like ours, some dirty brown looking color carpet, some cheap stuff.
and her bathroom is glittery.
Bathroom is oh god, that's the worst place to put glitter. It's like the bathroom because like even if you try to wash
I
it
don't
off, just
I don't know. I tried telling her glitter is horrible, but she's one of those people that likes glitter a little bit in her life.
little herpy artwork for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's great. That's an art joke for anybody out there that does not understand it. Clearly, so you the herpes of
Although
art.
yesterday while I was at work, she was telling the story that for her birthday, her boyfriend got her a Pandora bracelet with some of the little charms,
Uh huh.
which is hella
Yeah.
and one of the charms was defective.
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 Okay.
She didn't go into detail what part was defective. She just said it was defective. She was not happy.
Okay.
So the day that she got it,
you're dropping in and out, honey.
is that better?
Please don't put it right next to your mouth.
The day that she got it, she noticed it and she said, no, no, no. Pandora does accept these back. We're going back to the store and I'm getting me a new charm bracelet. Or I'm getting me a new charm to replace it.
What was the defect about it?
She didn't say. She just said it was defective.
Ah,
So they get up there and I don't know if they got it from the mall or whatnot, but they were like, yeah, we're not really open to a lot of customers. Can you come back tomorrow? We're kind of cleaning stuff. And she said no. And she said, I'm sorry if I sound rude, but he just got this charm bracelet for me and the charm is defective and I want it replaced. And they're like, well, we're not really allowing people in. We're cleaning. Can you please come back tomorrow? She said, no. You letting everybody else in? Why the hell can I come in? All you got to do is replace this charm. It ain't like I'm asking to get out every single damn bracelet you got for me to look at. And she said that they replaced it and she walked her happy ass back out there. And she said her boyfriend was like, don't worry about it. I'll just get you. She said, no. I want the damn thing replaced today.
well, if that means that's kind of like how I feel. Like you bought me something, and it's clearly defective. I don't want you to waste your money. I want you to get what you originally intended for me, and I want you to have that gratification, knowing that you got me something that I like and enjoy, and I like to have it now, not like later. I don't like the idea of knowing that you wasted your money on something I can enjoy. When you're like when I'm supposed to be happy and giddy that I got it, but unfortunately, I can't. and she couldn't because it was defective. Um, I get what he's
Yeah.
saying. I get what he's saying 100%.
Well, she said that he's one of those people that if he gets something wrong, like if it's he gets food and it's not what he ordered, he's just gonna be like, "Nah, it's okay, it's okay." And she's like, "No, he didn't order this, and I want to take him back and get me what he ordered."
Oh, so he has a bit of anxiety or a little bit of he
No,
doesn't.
he's just non-confrontational. If it's something that he didn't order, he just deals with it and just goes on. And she's like, "No, no, no, no. I want this taken care of today."
Today. I still could get that, really, I do. Um, but yeah, that does sound like some bullshit when they say, "Oh, you can't come in because we're cleaning." Yeah, you can do that, but you can also do that when you're closing up and just make sure your stores are just paying you for the cleaning time because they have to. People are like, "Hey, we're coming out. This might be a rare time I think it come out. This is one of the few times I could come out, and I don't want to come out again and risk me two times coming out and getting possibly getting the dreaded virus. I want to come out here one time, get it done, and get my butt back home where I'm safe." And I know they were cleaning up, but maybe they should do like, "Hey, only few you know people in store at a time. Give us like." Just wait till a family or four or whatever leave the place, and then you can come in afterwards. And that should have been, um,
Yeah, she didn't say that. She said that's just what they said, and she's not having it. She's going in there one way or another and getting her replacement charm.
yeah, that's pretty much how I felt when I was getting that my project done. Now, there's a bit of a roll into it. For those who were wondering, I'm doing a project right now, and I was getting an artist to help me out do a project. Normally, I do the artwork myself, but I don't very much have confidence in my artwork. I know you've seen some of it before, but I don't know if I can show you here on this screen. I wish I could show you so you can maybe get a response. But this is be a visual for those who are watching the podcast. And for those who know, I have a character named Grumpette. She is one of my OCs. She is my main character in a lot of sense. It's a character I've been drawing for a long time, so I have a bit of a high standard in my character. And for those who not know what Fiber is a middleman which will connect you to other artists or other people that can maybe do a project for you. You pay the artist to do a project for you. The Fiber will hold on to the money until the project has been complete. So the artists don't get the money, you don't get the money anymore. You're done transferred it over, and when the art job is complete, you get you'll give the money to the artist, or they will give the money to the artist, or if they don't complete it, you get your money back. So I was dealing with this one artist, and then he showed me his artwork, and he just showing his artwork for I'm dragging and dropped it over here. This was his artwork that he was for those watching. He promoted himself as capable of doing. He was the very cutesy, girly art style, brown hair, big anime style eyes and clothing, and just as the general what he was promoting that he was capable of doing. Well, this gentleman was promising me, my honey, you can vouch for me. He was promising me over and over again he could do it. Just it'd be all right. It'd be all right. It'd be fine. It'd be perfect. It'd be perfect. He was exclaiming. And let me go ahead and just actually bring up one of my character, the original character up here, so people get an idea of who she is and the what she originally looked like when I gave him an example of what she looked like. And here she is right here. Sorry. There you go. Here's her example. One of the pictures I did. This is a GIF I did, a little animation. I know it's a little extra, a little special, but just one picture of her. So this is the artwork the gentleman gave me the first time. And I told him to draw me something, draw my character. All of it. Draw my character and then do what I need to do with it afterwards. He sent me this. This is his work. Those noodly arms.
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on with like the belly, the chest. He took the head, just cut it off, and or didn't cut it off. He just did. He just kept this. He kept this, and he just like I don't know what he said. Oh, like is this good? I'm like, no, bro, it's not good at all. Like this is horrible. He's like, oh no, no, it'd be perfect. This be perfect. It'd be great. Promise you. I'm like, okay, maybe he's trolling me, maybe he's messing around a little bit, maybe he's just practicing a little bit, get a feel for it, whatever. So I gave him a second chance, regrettably. And then he sent me artwork like this. And I want you to pay attention to those who are watching the podcast. This is what he sent me afterwards. After he said, let's square up the shoulders. I don't know what the heck happened here. Right around the chests, or the arms, or the belly, or the neck. He just went like, and get you, I was paying good money for this. Hell, I would say even $10, $20 would have been not worth this type of artwork. I'd say like a fifth grader drew this kind of stuff. I know you've seen this artwork before, honey. Do you remember how bad it looked?
Yes.
Like, what grade level would you say that this artwork was coming to me at? Like
Um, I'd probably give it like maybe second grade.
second grade? I was being harsh. I was giving like fifth grade, fourth, fifth grade. Like this is terrible. And he still kept my head, even though I told him, draw my character, draw all of it. And he just took the head, cut out the chin, move the chest and cover some of the words and change the arm. I mean, this is horrible. For those who are watching, this is the kind of work right here. And of course, he was a guy on Fiverr that had like barely any reviews. He had like 3 reviews, I think, right? Or is it 2 reviews, honey?
Honestly, can't remember.
He had 3 or 2 reviews. Don't know how he got them at all. And he was showing. Remember, for those who were watching, he was advertising for this type of artwork, on his channel, on his main channel. I'm like, bro, give me my refund. Give me my money back. You cannot do what I'm asking you for. This is horrible. And the guy, like, he doesn't really blow up on me, but he gets a little like testicle. He called me a scam artist, calls me an asshole. He calls me a piece of garbage. Like this dude, like he says even right here, it says "fuck you." Like the dude, like was mad at me, and I'm like, bro, you can't advertise that kind of artwork and then give me this and say it's worth the money. You can't. There's no way you can tell me your artwork is near the advertisement of that thing. So I'm like, okay. And his name, I can't find him no more on Fiverr. Somehow he had a 4.9 star review rating. He had 4 reviews actually. Now I'm looking at his page here, but we can't find him no more. A name, Adam Animates. If you see Animates on any Fiverr thing, artist wise, be wary of them. Because here's why. I found another person a couple days later. How do you may remember this gentleman? Named Neon Animate Tour. Animate Tour. And you remember who he was advertising, honey? That little girl in the blue dress, really cute looking one.
Yep.
Looked very nice, didn't it?
Yes.
Very stylized, very anime, very cute. For those who are listening again, there's a little blonde girl, a little anime girl with a cute little blue dress, very finely shaded. Has the front, the back, the facial, some I guess some designing right here, and like some of the small knickknacks on the character. So very very cute. Not only that, he was also showing this work right here, which is a pink hair girl, pink dress, white t-shirt kind of thing. Very cute, red and blue eyes, very stylized, a little blurry, but I'm thinking, okay, this person has 5 stars, 3 reviews. I see some of his work. Let's go check out this guy. Well, 2 days later, meanwhile, this is all during my birthday vacation, right? I'm dealing with these people. And not a 1 star, not a 1 star, or what's it was called? There's tiers on Fiverr, and I'll get to that in a second. But he's not a tiered person. He just has 5 stars, 3 reviews. And for those who are paying attention to my my previous artwork that I've gotten, you notice the last piece I showed you. I found out this gentleman not only it was just as bad, but they may have been the one and the same. Look at this. The arms, the chest, the covering up the letters on the thing, the weird neck, and the shoes. Like, get this. I even told him high-heeled pink shoes. He gave me fucking clown shoes. Well, my character clown shoes. Okay, not me. My character. Freaking horrible. I'm like, it took me one time to see this. I'm like, give me my money back. It was the same person. The same. Different names slightly and two different accounts. And I'm still hearing myself, but I'm trying not to get too frustrated. So this guy was like, well, what? It's what you asked for. I'm like, I asked for this art. I even showed him his own work. I'm like, hey, you show me this work. I suspect this work for that money. You show me this work. I suspect this work. I even showed him artwork from his other account because he has the same, like, on your account you can do in different sections, like, oh, you could be an artist, an illustrator, a design, a graphic designer, and a musician all in one thing if you want to. And he had like several different versions of them. And I showed him his other artwork, and he's like, well, it's what I advertised. Like, no, you didn't. That's not what you advertised at all. And I'm like, he's like, I was like, can you at least give me my money? Oh yeah, I forgot. The other guy, he had the gall. I forgot may not mention this to you. He had the gall to tell me, well, I'm keeping $30 of the dollars just for my time spent on this project. Like, just for my time spent on this project. I'm like, no, you're not keeping the $30 for this time on this project that you clearly didn't you put in. Like you took a mouse and started drawing. He wanted $30 for his time spent. I've never seen that in my life. Like, the gall. And like one gentleman, like I was trying to get refund in. He's like, no, cancel your refund. I'll do the refund. I'm like, what's the difference? I guess if I do the refund, it gets a negative review on him. I should have known better and would still wouldn't know because the other guy, I made him do it. This guy was like, no, cancel yours. I'll do the refund. He did it, but he wasn't happy either, but he didn't cuss me out. I'm like, dude, like, learn how to draw. Like, you disappointed me. I was being honest with him. And he's like, I was like, you draw, you need to learn how to draw. You need to practice your legs. You need to practice your body. You need to practice your lines. You need to practice. And he's like, sir, your mean words are enough. I'm like, I'm not being mean. And at least I'm not cussing you out. That's as kindest I can give you. He was even nice enough to call me sir. Like, every time he was like, sir, sir. Like, every conversation he was calling me sir, thinking he's being really nice and being like, okay, respectful. But boy, howdy, he'd been glad I didn't cuss him out because it was literally the same guy. Because that was the exact top body of the last one. Just moved over and drew the bottom with those clown shoes. Looked like those shoes were torn off of another character. So bad.
It might have been.
Might have been. But anyways, so I do have some good news. I did finally get an artist. It's not exactly what I wanted. Here's my problem is, like, I gave him, again, the illustration of my work, and I told him in the job description, do not take my work or the work I show you and, what's the word? Like, put it in your work. What's the word wording that?
Don't take my stuff and copy it.
Well, not copying it, but, like, you take pieces of it and you merge it.
Just take the idea of it.
Yeah, take the idea, the character, and do your drawing of that character. Like, it's still my character design, just do it in your style and your pose and your look, and be your own. I'm not going to show it on here on the podcast, unfortunately, because I wanted to still be a surprise. He did a great job in shading, though. Shading, lighting, line work was clean. The lips were a little weird. Some other parts were a little weird that I'm working on literally right now on my drawing tablet. I'm not letting y'all see that. I'm doing some work on it. But he's still like, it looks good. Just, I literally told him, like, in the job description, do not take this artwork and merge it into your art piece for me. Verbatim. Do not. He still did it. I let it get away with it. I should have said something at the very beginning. But I was... At this point, guess I was a little desperate. It still turned out really great. It just, for how much money I spent on it compared to the last two guys, I spent way less money on this gentleman, on this person. So, like, I can't complain. It still looks great. Just few little minor things I'm gonna fix myself. So yeah, that's the one thing I did with. Like I just people are just there's something when it comes to the money. They just think they can just get a bunch of scammers on Fibers. Really, like I hate to say it. Like I know there's some legitimate people on there because um you get ratings on your channel and you can be I forget what it's called. Let me like a level one. Level one means you've already got a lot of sales, you got a lot of reviews, you already have a lot of jobs you've done, so you earn it, kind of like achievements. Or you see what I'm saying here, honey? So you earn up a reputation, and then you go from a no level to a two level to one level to professional. And this gentleman was a one level, so I'm quite happy with the work. It just I didn't leave him that great of a review. Like it was kind because there's a few things that I would have liked him to have done, but he didn't do it anyways. But I'm still satisfied. Um, so I got level one. So if you go on Fiverr, anybody here listening in, if you do go to Fiverr yourself, do not get a no star, a one. Don't get a no review person. And if you're gonna go for anybody, get a level two, level one, or professional. Do not get like some no name. Don't give him a shot. I'm sorry to say that. Like if I'm gonna be on Fiverr, I'd hate to no one give me a shot. But I just went through two people back to back, and with fake reviews, getting getting people to spend that kind of money, again, kind of ridiculous amount of money to do some work for them, and I'm not happy with it. But then again, I'm not really happy with a lot of things in our life. Speaking with like not happy with, I was in here actually. What was I doing that day? I know we got done feeding the sugar gliders. We're making the sugar gliders food,
Which was a mess.
which was a complete mess. Yes, we made the sugar gliders food. We have three sugar gliders for those who do not know, and they have to have a special blend of food, and we got to blend it all together in somewhat of a thicker kind of like smoothie or whatever, and then put it in these little tiny cubicles so we can pop them one for each one of them each day, so three of them, and needless to say, that's always a mess to do that. And I was in here. I don't think I was working on a project at that time. I might have. I don't remember for sure. And all I remember, you were in the living room doing some laundry, and I hear you laughing, just
It was
laughing.
funny at the time.
It was like I heard you laughing one time, didn't pay nothing to it. And I heard you laughing a second time. Then I finally got up. Now, what were you seeing that was funny at that very moment?
I heard screaming, not like I'm in pain screaming, but more like angry screaming. And I looked out the window, and there was like 8 or 9 people doing their little circling around each other, getting ready to fight. And one girl was screaming, "Why would you do that?" Over and over and over and over like a broken record. And I thought it was funny. And then one dude had really short hair from like Jersey Shore, and I think the top of it was supposed to be bleached, but it looked green. Don't know if that was the style. And they were fighting. Well, the dude that had the horrible hairstyle, he had no shirt on, without a shirt on, and he starts swinging at another dude, and it looks like he's trying to do like a helicopter. It was
So
absolutely horrible to watch.
he was doing the upper swing.
I don't know what he was, but it was horrible.
Okay, so with like, did he not like the entire time like not have a shirt on? Like he was ready to, like he knew he was about to fight.
He had no shirt on whatsoever the entire time.
Okay, now you said earlier because you had to go out to get some of the sugar gliders food. You saw something outside that was peculiar, leading up
Yeah.
to this. Now, what was that?
I saw a black SUV parked beside 2 cars. We had to parallel park in front of our apartment complex. And one dude had both passenger side doors open. Those were the doors facing the apartment complex. And there was one dude standing outside the SUV ready to jump in and drive off. And normally when you see something like that, you know something's about to go.
Okay, you're cutting in and
That's
out
just
again.
that's just kind of like the universal sign, like, hey, something's about to go down.
Gotcha. Okay, so
And you want to go, that little thing goes in your head, goes, hide your wife, hide your kid, because something's about to go down.
okay, try to keep that thing up there. If you had to go a little bit higher with it. But anyways, so you had a feeling that something was going to happen prior to this.
Oh, yeah, as soon as you see it, like, you see that, you know something's about to go down.
Okay, now you were saying at one time that two women started fighting. Now, was that during the guy with no shirt and the other one was fighting, or just like what?
So the two girls started fighting at one point. It ended very quickly. It was like 5 minutes. The girl got a weave yanked off. Bam, it was over with. And then the dude with no shirt on went after somebody, and then it just became three people fighting around in circles. It was a hot mess.
So when I got to the window, I saw there was the big guy with no shirt on holding another gentleman, like slide swiping with his arm, like not straight decking, slide swiping. I don't understand that fighting at all. Like seriously, like little quick lesson: 3 knuckles straight on with a clenched fist, not your palm. But anyways, like he was slide swiping him. I don't get it. But anyways, he was hit him, and there's one guy like jumping in the fight, get a couple hits on this guy he's holding, right? He has a shirt on. He's grabbing onto his shirt. The other guy, no shirt. And he's like, the other guy's like doing a helicopter above his head to try to hit the guy that's holding onto him with his shirt. And the other guy's like jumping in, pop up, gets out, starts saying some couple things, gets back in, pop up, gets right back out. Like dude's like he's trying to, box a dummy. Like the dummy is not gonna hit you back when he can't clearly see you. And they're teaming up on him. And then shit got real. I remember seeing another SUV. You said it was, as far as the last time we talked about this, you said the SUV was actually parked further down and then got into cars, drove up the street.
No.
Okay.
There was one already parked.
One SUV, and there was another SUV.
And then while everybody's fighting, another SUV comes flying down the road. Stop. And then that's when all the other shit gets.
Okay, so I remember from my point of view, one guy jumped out of the car, the driver jumped out of the car, has a gun in his hand, like all like you want to be James Bond, pulls his gun up and shoots.
Yeah, he shoots straight down the. Straight down the.
Yeah, like it went way down. I thought he may have got hit. Like I thought he got hit, but apparently he didn't. And the dude gets he gets up to him and grabs him, and then it goes off again, but doesn't hit him. Maybe because we didn't see no blood or anything like that. So it goes off again, and I remember he was like, then he pointed the gun at his head, like straight up on top of his head, right down like what's the thing? Like his head was down, pulled the back of his head. What's that called?
Execution style.
Yeah, execution style. Starts screaming at him, then pulls away and then smacks him with the butt of the gun, and the gun goes off again. Like this guy has no trigger control at all. Like zero fingers on the trigger the entire time. And this was just a regular like little pistol, like not like a real.
It's a 9mm.
Yeah, so it was like little Glock, whatever. But like hits the guy, and shoots the gun at the same time. He could have shot himself, whatever. All the he didn't, and he's just pointing a gun in the back of his head. And and you said there was a second gentleman with a gun. Like, what happened to that guy? Like, where was he at during this entire time? I was focused on possibly seeing the first time in my life. Maybe someone died right in front of me, and I was in shock, and I was in seriously I'm not about to see this, am I? I was hoping I was not about to see someone die for the first time that way in front of my eyes. But what happened to the second guy? You said there was two, right?
Yeah.
What happened to the second guy?
As soon as they saw one of the cops pull up, they ran into the apartment complex.
Yeah, but what was he doing the entire time? The other guy was running at the other gentleman, the gentleman that everybody's apparently pissed off at, and pointing a gun at. What was he doing there? Just holding a gun like?
No, as soon as when the cops came up, they both ran inside.
So he wasn't pointing at the gun at nobody? The other guy? He wasn't like...
No, one just had a gun, just, I guess as moral support, and the other one had the gun hitting the other guy outside the head.
So yeah, okay, one gentleman, two guys beating up on him, another gun guy, and another guy with moral support with another gun. So 2 guns, 2 guys, 1 dude. 4 people against 1 guy. Like... talk about being the biggest pussies I've ever seen in my life. Like, two guys should have been enough. And even then, you're a bit of a bitch. But four? And then two guns? Bro. I know I'm talking really loud here, but like, I love the way you put it last time, honey. Like, you went all out with it.
What?
What your description about how you felt about them ganging up that one guy?
I think it's cowardly. It should be 1-on-1. And if you're gonna come to a fist fight, come to a fist fight. Don't come to a gun and fist fight.
Well, he wanted to hit people with this gun and
Stop
shoot it.
being like little pansies. And if you're gonna shoot a damn gun, at least shoot the damn thing right.
Yeah, like there was. For those who don't know, we live in apartments, and all of our apartments are connected in this one centralized building. It's old military housing, and there's kids live here. There's kids that do live here. We don't know the kids were outside. We didn't get to that part about who was outside. We get to that little late. We'll go back to that in a couple seconds. But there was kids there's kids living inside these apartments. So that guy with his no trigger control would have just shot toward the apartment on accident. I was pulling my wife away. I was telling my wife, get away from the window, because I was afraid his stray bullets might hit my wife while she's looking through the window. I was deadly afraid about that. I was pulling her away from it, and she was like, no. I don't, like, she was being special, okay? But anyways, so yeah, there's kids here. So those kids were very much at threat here. Now, this fight, I remember seeing when I came out here, our landlord was here. Now, what do you remember seeing about the landlord?
He was not happy.
Yeah, go through your parts, and I'll go through what I saw.
So I saw that the truck was still here of our landlord. He came out when everybody was fighting regular with their fists, looked at everybody, and just put his stuff in his truck, walked back into the apartment complex, I guess, get the rest of his stuff, or to call the cops. I'm not really sure. I don't even know who called the cops. But he comes back out after the gunfight's already happened. It's very short. And that's when the one cop had come in, and he was standing outside of his truck just looking like, what the hell have I let inside this apartment complex? And by the time that one cop gets here, 3 more get here. So he's kind of blocked in. He can't leave either way of the street because he's blocked in both ends. But as soon as that first cop comes in, both of those SUVs take off. I'm guessing the second SUV was going after the first one to finish the fight somewhere else. I'm not really sure. But in total, it lasted maybe, between the cops showing up in the fight, it lasted maybe 15
to 20 minutes for those who didn't hear, because she's cutting
at
in
the
and out.
end. And at the end of the whole fight, there was 9 cops in all.
Yeah.
And our landlord had to talk to the cops to figure out what happened, what not. And I'm guessing he was getting some names on who he's about to go tell his lawyer to start writing eviction.
Evictions for those who didn't hear her say it again, because her mic keeps falling way below her lips, and she probably should.
It's right here.
Pull it up, like go higher with it, so when it starts dripping, it can drip totally to your mouth. There we go. Anyways, a little weird, but it'd be working. So I remember seeing it was Dave. Dave was I hate to say his name, but he was outside of his truck, and he was just standing there looking at him like with the gaping of his mouth, like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm just. Should I call? Should I stop? Like, I'm just gonna put myself in the truck, and he disappears. And then when he disappears, that's when the SUV pulls up, and then guys jump out of the car with the guns, and the guns go off, and I'm like, I'm gonna call the cops, and then she's like, too late, somebody's already did it apparently, or somebody's probably already have, so I did like, okay, maybe somebody's already did it for me. And I remember the first cop car pulled up, and the cop got out of the car. And for those who give cops bad names or whatever, let me give you what I saw. You can believe me or not, take it or leave it. He got into the cop car, and I'm thinking, gun's been shot. If I was a cop, gun's been shot. There's a gun on the scene. Somebody's life has already been in a threat. I'm coming out with my gun in my hand, like I'm ready to lay down some fire if I have to. This guy comes out of the cop car and walks toward the assailants, or whatever they want to call him, slow as can be, calm as can be. Didn't have his gun out. Didn't have his gun very much even on hand on his gun. Walks up to him like they're just casual people, like a casual person. Really slow, too. Like, dude's just taking his time. Not a rush whatsoever. Goes up to the people, and the sister the girl that was when the girls are fighting is just like talking his ear off, and he's like, yeah, yeah, just chill, like just chill, and she's like just going at it, and he's calm as can be. And the other cops show up, one cop car, two cop car. And they get out of the car and they're all like just walking around like, some had their hands on their firearms, rightfully so. But yeah, some are just walking around like nothing's happening and having a conversation with everybody that's around. And then four cop cars, a cop SUV, a fire truck. Which why do you have a fire truck again? That you told me last time. Again,
A fire truck and an ambulance always has to come whenever cops are called.
because of escalations, right? That's what you said.
Because you never know what you're going to come into by the time the dispatcher gets off the
The dispatcher gets off the phone. Gotcha. It's already down by your chin. It's just like I can just see it just slowly move down your face, oh so slightly. So, and I was a bit taken aback that like I saw that. I mean, I saw six cop cars when I walked away from the window. And I was done with it. Like cops are here, they're gonna deal with it. And of course, I'm already very upset that there was even any gunshots where we live. Like we have already had some problems, like kind of little problems here and there with our apartments. We had a package stolen from our doorway. We have some sketchy people living here. A gentleman downstairs, was walking around at 3 o'clock in the morning, walked in front of my wife upstairs, just as that, to a window that's up here, just in front of our doorway, and starts to have a conversation with my wife at 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, Saying hi to her, and I'm your neighbor. Like if you didn't already know that at that time. Like, and then every time we go out, if we see him, he just stares at you. It's
It's like,
just,
dude, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just trying to get inside and go to bed. Please
yeah,
don't talk to me.
it's really uncomfortable. So we're not really happy with our living situations with that. It's like we can't very much tell him not to do it, but it still doesn't really leave me a comfortable. Like we're inside of our apartment. We please don't walk up in front of us to my doorway and have a conversation at me with 3 o'clock in the morning. Like this is not the time or reasons for coming up here. Like there's no reason for him to come to that window at all. It wasn't raining outside. It wasn't. Like there was no reason. There was none. So yeah, very uncomfortable circumstances right now. I would have to say. More reasons why I wish there was a camera around here. Definitely wish the landlord would stick to that and actually gets a camera, but can't say that about that. So let's see. I think that was pretty much all the things we talked about last stream or last podcast. Yeah,
I think so.
I believe so. I believe that was it. Um, I guess a little more laid down. For those who did not know, I am streaming again. So I'm back on twitch.tv/Grumpy Bear. Going to bring that up right now. Still working on a project. For those who are also interested, me and one of my other followers, AJ, if you're listening in to this podcast or watching this, we're trying to do a little news thing, something for the community to get involved in, little like, thing going on. Also, I do have a Patreon. Patreon now. Let me go ahead and get that one because I can never I can never remember how to spell Patreon. Okay, let me see. All right, my Patreon for those who are interested, um, is well, just look up Grumpy Bear on Patreon. Grumpy Bear, spelled with some reason one P instead of two P's. I'm gonna fix that right now. Spelled with one P. That's not right. I need two P's in that baby. That's how I establish myself.
Okay. Before you continue on,
Yeah.
I'm reading some of the reviews for some of these phones I'm looking at, and one of them says, "Receive phone instantly worried. The package looked like Ace Ventura delivered it."
Oh yeah, I've seen packages like that on online where people were like the deliver man will literally like just take the package, drop kick it to the door, and walk away like nothing just happened. It probably wasn't the package problem. Probably the freaking poster man's problem or fault for that.
That's just funny.
that's just really that's sad. Like that should not be a thing at all. Um, but yeah,
Still funny.
it's Grumpy Bear, either two piece or one piece. Should be two piece now. Hopefully that fixed it. On Patreon. So if you want to go there, just a couple little tiers that you want to join in. But also we're trying to do the news thing. I might add that to the tier thing. For those anybody interested to get some behind the scene things, behind the scene videos, behind the scene of my stuff. Maybe I'll add some art to it someday. I'll see how it goes for those who are interested in. And it's and of course, please share this with your friends and family. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you're still here, still hanging out. Leave a comment below. That would help out the channel a lot. Please help me get to 100. Okay, I'm asking a lot here. I know I am, but we need to see some growth on here. We need some growth on here so we can keep growing this channel and bring hopefully better quality and more people. And of course, the podcast will be technically tomorrow for this because this is a re-recording of the last scene. Now I don't know Corvo's gonna be there. Corvo, as you can tell, he's still sick. Corvo, love you, bro, but get better soon. We miss you. And as always, have a good day, have a good night, and have a good life. Much love, y'all. And bye.